In a realm beyond mortal comprehension, where dimensions collide and legends are forged, two titans stood poised for an unimaginable clash. On one side, Avatar Kyoshi, the formidable warrior from a world of elemental mastery, her spirit as unyielding as the mountains she commanded. On the other, Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, a force of pure, unadulterated destruction, his power growing exponentially with every surge of rage. This was not merely a fight, it was a cataclysm, a symphony of raw power and disciplined might. The air crackled with anticipation. Kyoshi, grounded and serene, entered the Avatar state, her eyes glowing with the power of 1,000 past lives. Around her, the very earth began to churn, rocks levitating, water swirling into a protective vortex, fire dancing at her fingertips, and wind currents obeying her silent command. She was a living embodiment of her world's balance, a master of all four elements, ready to defend it against any threat. Broly, however, knew no such balance. His transformation into his full-power Super Saiyan form was a spectacle of cosmic horror. His muscles bulged, his green aura flared, tearing at the fabric of reality itself. A guttural roar escaped his lips, a sound that promised annihilation. He was a berserker, a primal engine of destruction, his mind consumed by the desire to crush all in his path. The first move was Broly's. With a terrifying burst of speed, he lunged, a green comet aimed directly at Kyoshi. His punch, imbued with planet-shattering force, tore through the air. Kyoshi, with reflexes honed by countless battles, met it not with a direct block, but with a strategic evasion, simultaneously raising an earthen wall. The impact was deafening, the wall exploding into a shower of debris. But Kyoshi was already moving, a blur of elemental grace. She retaliated with a barrage of fire blasts, each one hotter than a supernova, followed by razor-sharp gusts of wind designed to disorient. Broly, unfazed, merely roared, his aura acting as an impenetrable shield, deflecting the attacks as if they were mere breezes. He unleashed a volley of ki blasts, emerald projectiles that carved craters into the landscape. Kyoshi responded by bending the earth, creating massive pillars that intercepted the blasts, then launching them back with amplified force. The battle escalated. Kyoshi, utilizing her earthbending, encased Broly's legs in solid rock, attempting to immobilize him. But Broly's raw strength was too immense. With a furious yell, he shattered the earth prison, sending shockwaves across the battlefield. He then unleashed a powerful eraser cannon, a massive green energy sphere that threatened to engulf Kyoshi entirely. Kyoshi, channeling the full might of the Avatar state, created a colossal shield of compressed air and water, reinforced by layers of rock. The clash of the eraser cannon against her elemental defense was a blinding explosion of light and sound, pushing both combatants to their limits. The ground beneath them cracked, mountains trembled, and the sky itself seemed to weep. Seeing that direct elemental attacks were insufficient, Kyoshi shifted tactics. She began to manipulate the environment on a grander scale. She tore massive chunks of the earth from the ground, shaping them into colossal projectiles, hurling them at Broly with the force of meteors. She then summoned a tidal wave of water, hundreds of feet high, attempting to drown him in its crushing embrace. Broly, however, thrived in chaos. He flew through the earthen projectiles, smashing them with his fists, his laughter echoing maniacally. He then plunged into the tidal wave, his green aura boiling the water around him, turning it into scalding steam. He emerged, seemingly invigorated, his power growing even further, a testament to his limitless potential. Kyoshi realized the sheer destructive power she was up against. Broly was not just strong, he was a force of nature, a being whose power knew no bounds. She needed to find a weakness, a way to exploit his berserker nature. She began to use her airbending to create powerful vacuums, attempting to disrupt his movements, while simultaneously using firebending to create blinding flashes and heat waves. Broly, though momentarily disoriented, quickly adapted. His senses were primal, his rage guiding him. He unleashed a series of rapid-fire ki blasts, forcing Kyoshi to constantly defend and evade. He then charged again, his speed now almost impossible to track, aiming for a decisive blow. Kyoshi, anticipating his move, used her earthbending to create a sudden, sharp spike from the ground, aiming to impale him. Broly, with a roar, smashed through it, but the momentary distraction allowed Kyoshi to create a powerful vortex of air around him, trapping him. She then began to compress the air, attempting to crush him. Broly struggled, his muscles straining against the invisible force. His power flared, pushing back against the air pressure. He let out a primal scream, and with a massive burst of green energy, he shattered the air vortex, sending Kyoshi flying backward. He was now even more enraged, his power reaching new, terrifying heights. Kyoshi, battered but not broken, knew she had to end this. She took to the sky, gathering all her elemental energy. The four elements swirled around her, coalescing into a single devastating attack. She formed a massive multi-elemental sphere, a miniature sun of fire, earth, water, and air, crackling with immense power. This was her ultimate technique, a manifestation of the Avatar's full might. Broly, seeing the impending attack, let out a final, earth-shattering roar. He gathered all his ki, his green aura expanding to an astronomical size, forming his own colossal energy sphere, the gigantic meteor. The two ultimate attacks, one representing balance and control, the other pure, unbridled destruction, hurtled towards each other. The collision was an event that transcended mere combat. It was a cosmic explosion, a blinding flash of light that consumed everything. The very fabric of space and time seemed to warp and tear. For a moment, there was only light, then silence. When the light faded, the landscape was utterly transformed, scarred beyond recognition. In the aftermath, both combatants were spent. Kyoshi, her avatar state fading, collapsed to one knee, exhausted but alive. Broly, his green aura flickering, stood swaying, his power diminished, his rage finally quelled by the sheer expenditure of energy. The battle was over, not with a clear victor, but with a testament to the incredible power and resilience of both Kyoshi and Broly. They had pushed each other to their absolute limits, leaving behind a legend that would echo through the ages.